Hello guys, welcome to RTR Tech Talk. My name is Rohan, and in the previous video, we saw how to create a WordPress instance in your local machine using the freemium software Local WP by Flywheel. Today, we are going to look into some of the menu items associated with the WordPress dashboard. So, after logging in, we land on the dashboard page. On the top, we can see a thin strip. On the top left corner, there is a WordPress icon. On clicking that, it will take you to a page explaining all about the latest version of WordPress, which is currently WordPress 5.8. Next to the WordPress icon, you can see your site name. Clicking on this will take you to the front page of the website. Next, we come to the dashboard menu. When you click on the dashboard menu, you will be directed to the welcome page of WordPress dashboard. Here, you can see various widgets which can be dragged to specific positions. Top right edge of the page, there is an option called Screen Options. When you click on that, a section expands in which you can control the visibility of the widgets on this page. This helps you to keep your dashboard organized and well arranged. Next, we move on to the Updates menu, which will take you to the WordPress Updates page. Here, you can find information about updates, set auto updates, and see what plugins or themes need updating. You can see the current version of WordPress, and if you have any bugs to your WordPress installation, you can always have the option to reinstall the same version again. Then, you can see whether there are any plugins or themes that need an update. The next menu we are going to look into is the Post menu. The All Post menu will take you to the page where all the posts on the site are stored. There will be a Hello World post created by WordPress on installation. By clicking on it, you will be directed to the Gutenberg or block editor for the post. You will be taken through a quick walkthrough about the editor. In the editor, you can change the title of the post by clicking here. You can change the title to a different one, and here you can add the body for your post. I will use the lorem ipsum generator to create some paragraph and paste them into the body. The link to the lorem ipsum generator is given in the description below. Generate some paragraph and copy the paragraph. Then paste them onto your body and go ahead and click update. Now click on preview and preview your post. As you can see, the contents of the post have been successfully populated. On the bottom, there is a section to leave comments. If you type in something and click post, the comment will appear on the front end. Now, go back to the dashboard post page. If you want to add a new post, click on Add New button and it will take you to your editor. Add the title and the body like we saw before. Before publishing, if you click on the permalink of your post, a not found page will appear. Go back and publish your post. After publishing, you can see that the permalink can now be edited. Change it to something else and give it a test. Next, there is an option called Categories. Here, you can see the category to which the post belongs. You can also add a new category and assign your post to a newly created category. When you check your post again, you can see that the current category of the post is this one. Then you can add a featured image for your post in this featured image option. Select an image and set it as the featured image. When you check your post, you can see the featured image is now visible on top of your post. This one. The other option we are going to look into is the excerpt. An excerpt is a short description of what your post is. This is used when we want to display a quick intro of the post in the front end. Coming back into the post dashboard, we can see these checkboxes. These are used to select the post and execute a common task like delete. After deleting, you can check the deleted posts in the trash. And if you want to restore them, simply click on the restore option, or if you want to delete them permanently, do so by clicking the delete permanently option. You can select the quick edit option. Here you can change the status of the post, the category of the post, allow or disallow comments, and even change the date of publishing. You can see that the date has changed and also the category has changed. Next, we are going to look at the categories menu. Earlier we created a category within the post editor itself. Here you can create new categories and even assign parent categories to this newly created category. If you go back and check, you can see that the category added is a child category of the first one. Then we can move on to tags. Here we can create new tags to add to our post to make them unique. Let's go back and add this tag to the post. You have to type in 3 letters of a tag name for WordPress to fetch them. Update, and you can see the tags have been added to the post. Then there is a search bar at the top right of the page where you can search for your post. You can also filter the posts according to the categories, and WordPress fetches those posts if there are any. The next menu is the media. This is where all the media, if you want to add a new media, click on add new and select a file to upload. Select any file you want to upload and you can see your uploaded file here. If you want to delete multiple images, click on bulk select and select the images you want to delete. You can switch between grid and list view of the uploaded files. To edit the info of a media, you can click edit and it will take you to a page with the media info. Here you can get the URL of the media file and copy it and use it anywhere else. You can also add alt text, captions, and even descriptions of the image. If you click view, you can see all the info populated on the front end. Now, switch back to grid view and you will get another UI of the image info edit. You can also delete the image uploaded by clicking view. The next menu we are going to see is the pages. This is where all the pages on a website are stored. It has almost a similar structure as that of posts. You can see that by default 2 pages have already been created by WordPress. You can also see the same drop down structure as that of posts and also a filter for dates. Now click on any page to edit. You will be brought to the block editor. Here we can change the title as we did in post, and you can also change the permalink and also add a featured image for the page. Then under discussion, we can allow and disallow comments on pages. You can see that all the contents have been populated. Now go back to the pages dashboard. You can see that this page is saved as a draft. From here, you can change the status and allow comments and even make this page a child of another page. When clicking update, you can see the changes to the page title, indicating it as a child page. Then you can see a search option on top, which serves the same functionality as that in the post page. You can also see the additional setting on the screen options at top. Here you can change the number of items to view your page, and you can also choose what all to be visible and what all to hide. Also, you can change between the view modes. You can also delete the page and restore them by going to the trash page. So guys, that is it for today. And just stay tuned for the next part of the video where we will be discussing about the rest of the menus.